This is the Persephone Headpiece tutorial. So first thing you'll want to do is get a plastic headband. I purchased mine from the Dollar Tree. And it can be any style, just a headband. And you'll also want to put some wax paper on your styrofoam head when you start to design this. That protects the styrofoam head from your hot glue so that you don't end up ripping out chunks of your head as you glue. And so I place it on like such. Now the reason for putting it on the head, if you glue this with it regular, without it stretched out, like the head stretches it, then you won't be able to put it on a person's head when you're done. So you want to make sure that you have the head to give it enough room to fit on a human being when you're finished with this project. So I take ribbon and I glue it to my headband to cover up the holes. So I'm going to do a quick speed lapse of gluing that. And I use just a little glue gun. So there we go, like Superman, and we're done. Okay, so next I take pieces of potpourri for these styles of headpieces that I do, and I just glue chunks of potpourri to the headband, kind of shaping them into a flower. So I'm going to do a speed lapse of this next, because this is well over an hour's worth of work, because I like to place it and see what it looks like as I go before I glue it permanently. So as you can see, I'm kind of shaping it out like a flower, each piece of potpourri. And you want to make sure too that you place it above the ears, otherwise it might rub against the ear if you get it down too low on the headband as well. Now I'm going to take ribbon, and I wanted to add separate pieces of ribbon off on the side. So again, this is just timed quickly, where I cut the pieces, glued them together as one, and then added them to the side of the headband for this headpiece. And then my next step, I added feathers to this headpiece. I also took some gold paint and I painted the tips of the feathers with watered down gold paint to give it kind of a glimmer. I also took a little bit of that gold paint later, which I did not film, and added it to pieces of the potpourri to highlight it. But now I'm just gluing feathers onto the side. And again, make sure you're placing it, keeping the ears in mind so that you don't have it sticking into the ear or awkward. I also take a pair of scissors, and you can curl your fabric ribbons with scissors. Not all styles will curl, and some may fray, so it's sort of experimental, what will work, what won't. So I have it in the end here, ribbons curled, feathers glued on. I like to take it off the styrofoam head then and glue underneath and make sure everything is reinforced, and sometimes cut away glue that came out a little bit pokey. So I'm just reinforcing weak areas on the undersides and back. And here it is finished, and you can see where I painted the gold on parts of the potpourri. And then these are going to be images from my shoot with the model, Maddie, as Persephone. So hopefully you'll find this helpful. And again, just kind of go with your intuition as you're gluing the pieces on and shaping it. But it's fairly easy to do. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks.